This is what I'm talking about. Google Earth and all the customer reviews this place said, oh my God, it's the tight back. Other than that, it's great, but the back is tight, back is tight. So I spent an hour and a half looking at Google Earth, trying to figure out how I was going to blindside back. I had room to roll up, straighten out, extend my tandems into a straight back. An hour and a half on the daggum Google Earth trying to figure and make sure I could do this so I could get out of here and look at it. That's why you don't stress it, boys. Just let it go. Constantly tell y'all not to worry about it. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's not the stuff you're worried about that's going to be the problem. And that was just another example of life here out on the road. Wasn't near as bad as we thought it was going to be. Welcome to Riding with Kev. Oh, told you, man. So not a major update this week. Not a lot of major stuff going on. So Monday morning we got the trailer fixed and said, all right, we're ready. Can I go do my beer load? And they said, sorry, just with timelines, deadlines, and everything, the beer load's already gone.
You just got jammed.
All right, well, what do you got? I said, well, we're working on it. And they worked on it for about an hour, and then I got a load, and I said, all right, so it's going 100 less miles. They gave me credit for all my deadhead driving around with the trailer fiasco that weekend, and said, all right, head on to Kansas City from Denver. Same thing. I just have going to Springfield. I went to Kansas City, and I'm rolling along. I get stopped for the night. Gonna do my post trip. Find a screw. Hear just this hissing sound. Find a screw.
You just got jammed.
Once again. So now, needless to say, I'm ready to get rid of this dadgum trailer. It has been nothing but problems. And you know what? I did. Got to Kansas City, went over to the cross dock, dropped it off, grabbed a loaded trailer out of the cross dock, took 38 miles to the Tractor Supply, picked it up and went and did a 2-stop on the Tractor Supply run. And I get down there and they say, all right, we'll get you a backhaul back to Kansas City. This will become a theme. And so it's Wednesday? I don't even know what day it is. So, yeah, no, it's Wednesday, yesterday. Today's Thursday, I think. We'll go with Thursday. Sounds good. College football's on, so I really don't know what day of the week it is. But, all right, so we get that load, and I said, all right, well, I'm going to park in Emporia, which was 0.2 of a mile from my pickup for this morning. And I get parked, and I'm backing in and say, oh, it's a Prime truck. And I get parked, and man, it's a Prime flatbed. That's pretty cool. I had a truck that same color. 611 752. Son of a gun. That's my truck. So I literally was parked next to my Prime truck. And dude came up on the curtain and I'm all waving him down and he's looking like he's very concerned that this very large white dude in the truck next to him that he's never seen is waving him down. But put his window down. We had a good conversation. It was good. So I got up this morning. They said, hey, do those 2 pickups, drop it at the cross dock. Probably won't get back till about 2, 3 o'clock. So we'll see what happens when you get there. Well, I got back to the cross dock at noon because your boy don't play. Just run, man. Just run your dadgum clock. Get there, get loaded, and get out. Screw that sitting stuff. I love driving, but I hate waiting, man. And so I got up there and they're all right, well, here, grab this Tractor Supply load, man. You got time. So I went from Kansas City, went over to Lawrence, picked up the Tractor Supply, and I'm in the middle of somewhere in Missouri. I came this close to meeting the man, the myth, the legend, Johnson's Logic. But he got hung up. I think he got hung up in the bed, but he got hung up. And he was late to Springfield, and I was early, and they got me on a time crunch for tomorrow. So I was like, man, I really was going to stop in Springfield, but I got to get down here for this delivery. So I'm parked up at Tractor Supply. I'll deliver that in the morning. And then from there, we are hopefully heading back to Colorado. I think that's the plan, because it's a 3-day weekend. This will be my 3rd week out next week. I'm staying out until Thursday. We have plans next weekend, but I'm staying out for my 3rd week. I'll be running recaps. I've been managing my clock very well. So, as far as the updates, I'm going to put some just clips here at the end of the video so you can kind of see what I did. But we installed the Garmin Diesel OTR 1000. I'm finally leaving Rand McNally. There's a story in there about why. Trying to clean up my dash and get everything cleaned up. and also got a TV installed in the back. And you can fit a 32-inch in a Peterbilt. I got on a swivel mount, so I can still use the top bunk. It doesn't take up that much space. There's some videos about that here at the end, but that's basically all we've really done for the last 5 days. It's been very boring, but I've been running just boom, 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 just running engine my clock. So I think I've still got like almost 40 hours. But we're supposed to pick up a load. So we got 300-something mile trip after we drop here tomorrow in the morning. I'm already here. Once I deliver this tractor supply, I got 300-something mile load. I'm supposed to be heading to Colorado with something. So fingers crossed, that's what happens. So I just want to show you the upgrades on Babe, show you the parking that I got all nervous about because Google Earth said there was stuff all over it and it wasn't there, show you the truck, and so there you have it, boys. God bless, and let's get rolling. Alright, so for those of you who've seen my other video, you know that is where I keep my GPS. I got this secondhand before I came back out because I gave one of those away and I sold the 8-inch, so I bought a 7-inch Rand McNally Pro. And that's where I had it mounted in my other Peterbilt. It works good, but this thing's kind of old and rickety, and it's actually time for a new one. And especially because, like, the magnets, this is getting kind of loose. So what happened was I was driving down I-70, hit a bump, and this thing always stays on my Peterbilt, but I hit a bump, and it fell off, and it came down there, and it hit the key, and literally turned my truck off while I was driving. So that's got to go. So I want to mount it up here, because they got it open up here, and this is their little box for their dash cam up there, but it has to plug in, the GPS has to plug in the power outlet like that one down there. So it's like, well, what do you do? Well, time to get inventive. I removed my CB so that you can see there it's got some pre-wired terminals for your CB. So we're going to try a 12-volt extension cord outlet into the same thing as the CB and see if we can't get power to that to run our GPS, and then we can mount it up here. Let's see how she goes. Alright, so 2 positives, 2 negatives. Let's take our CB here. I apologize, I'm not a professional. And you can see, pulling from the leg, sorry, nice shot. We got power to the CB. I know. High electric draw, I wonder why. So, well, power outlet, so let's see, green light, you got power. Set you down for 1 second, stare at my windshield wiper that I'm putting on in my pre-trip tomorrow that I just got. Boom, green light. So now we have power up here where we want it. Now let's tuck everything away. Alright, sorry it's nighttime, I've been doing a bunch of stuff. So, you see, that's where the GPS used to go. I wish my phone didn't have to go there, but it does, because Peterbilt doesn't like to give you flat surfaces that face you that aren't already taken up. I was going to put it there, but the little box is there. So, but again, I can't draw my curtain with this thing in the way. Can't put the sun visor down. So I wanted it moved from there, but so there it is. Everything's back together. You can see that we got power. You can see we got our CB. And now we have our GPS. So I'll run both of them for a couple days because I'm not used to a Garmin. But we also, while we had some free time, now have a 32-inch TV in the back of a Peterbilt. So with that said, I'm going to go to bed. Y'all have a good one.